Hello everyone, this is Dawn. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to another mystery envelope from the Inspiration Collaboration Design Team. This month's mystery envelope is really a mystery because the postman didn't bring mine to my mailbox. So I got the information from Mel. She's the one that sent them out, and her rules are that she was thinking of the hot weather that we've been having, and her challenge to us is to create a project that includes the word summer as a title, caption, word, or phrase. And then she's also included pieces parts to the summer gnome, along with some papers from the Gnomes for Summer collection and some journey dots. So the pictures I'm going to scrapbook are from various summer hikes that I've done with a friend of mine. Her name is Mindy, and her picture is up there on the top right side. So I've got several different hikes here, and I've just printed out some 3x3s of different shots of each of the hikes. Actually, we've been on several more, but this is just a few of them. And I'm going to create a grid pattern layout on the left side. So the right side, I'm going to use this larger picture of red rocks, and we went hiking on the trails around there. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. I've pulled papers from Winter Meadows, and then I have the Gnomes for Summer, and then also some of the Season of Green and Gold, and then a bunch of coordinating colors. Okay, so this was the gnome that Mel sent us, and I want a girl gnome. So I went back in my stash and I pulled the autumn gnome, and instead of her holding the sunflower, I went to my Cricut and cut out some walking sticks. Okay, so I'm also going to use some of these 6x6 papers. What are they called? Thoughtful Journey papers, and that's how I created her outfit. And then I went to my Cricut and I cut out that summer image. And the word hikes I've cut from the outline alphabet. Okay, so these are some Thoughtful Journey papers, the DSP. So I'm going to create a banner underneath the hikes, and also I created the little gnome's outfit from some of those papers. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started cutting down our papers. My base is going to be Journey, and then I'm going to trim off the zip strip from this pattern paper. And on both sides, the plaid is going to be my base. So I just want a really skinny pop of Journey showing around the edges. So I'm just going to cut a 1/4 inch off of each side. So it's going to be the same for both sides. Now, those of you who want to save on your pattern papers, you can go ahead and gut this side and cut out the center, because I'm going to layer another piece over it. But I'm just going to go ahead and layer. So keep that in mind if you want to save some more paper. So this one I'm going to cut down, and at first I thought I'd do 10x10, but then realizing my photos are 3x3, I started doing math, and so I decided that 10.5 inches would be better. We'll see just a little pop of that plaid on the left page, but then you'll see a lot more on the right, so that's okay. So this is Winter Meadows. This is, I believe it's still available. It's in the big catalog from Stampinup, so it'll be available throughout the year. Okay, so I'm going to do that on the left side. I'm going to go ahead and set up my grid here, and just going to pop a bunch of these pictures around, and I want to vary them. Some are, one's a selfie, a couple are selfies, and then a couple other pictures, and my little gnome is going to be on the left side. Okay, so now for the right panel, I just want a strip of this Winter Meadow DSP. First I thought I'd do 6, but then I decided on 5 inches. So I'm going to trim that down, and then I'll trim 1/4 inch off the edge so that it will just be from side to side, just on the plaid. So I'll slide that underneath and set that up towards the bottom. And it eventually will be even with the left side as far as the placement goes and the amount of plaid that you see on the bottom. So my picture at Red Rocks is going to be right around there. And then we'll bring in that cricket. And then the top portion of this patterned paper is going to be my banner. And you'll see why I like that sort of purplish pink color. And I want to tie that in. Okay, so this other piece of Thoughtful Journey, I want to use that tree, and that has a little pop of that purple color. So we'll do something with that in a second. I'm going to trim this down to 3 by 3, and that'll be one of my blocks on my grid. So get that trimmed down, and then I'm going to move that other picture over to the right page. Okay. So that's the basic design for the left panel. And now I'm going to figure out what I want to mat my pictures on. I like that, but I don't have enough of it. So, and I just want a tiny bit to be shown for my mats. So I decided this is the light side of Fern. It's an older color, and it matches the green on the right side. And then I like this Season of Green and Gold pattern paper, but since such a tiny bit is going to be seen, I'm going to use cardstock for some of them, and then I'm going to use the pattern paper for some other squares. So I decided to add a white mat as well so that my pictures would pop. So I have a really skinny border of white and a skinny border of that fern color. And then I'm going to bring in that pattern paper from Season of Green and Gold, and I want to reflect it on the right side as well. So I'll do something about that in a minute. But my gnome is kind of disappearing, so I decided to bring in a circle, and I used the Spotlight on Nature dies, and I'm going to layer that behind her, and that is Glacier, and it reflects the same color that's in the circle on the right panel. Okay, here's that Season of Green and Gold, and I'm just going to do a 1/2 inch strip, and that's going to go on the right panel. So I'm going to cut off a 1/4 inch off the edge so that it can go edge to edge on top of that plaid. So that will reflect the same pattern on both sides. Okay. And I think we'll move that larger picture up. And here's that where I'm going to make that banner to go behind the word hikes. So I'm just going to make sure that I have enough so that the letters fit. And then we'll trim that up. So I'll trim that, and then I can use the rest of that on a different project. And I'm going to create a banner. So to dovetail one side, you just snip vertically in the center, and then take each corner to meet that snip. And the deeper the first middle snip is, the more angled your banner will be. So I like to go pretty shallow at first. Sometimes I'll adjust, but I like that one. Okay, now I have this set, and it's called Pennant Banners, and I'm going to cut out several of the dovetailed banners, and I'm going to stamp out the year. And these were hikes from just a few weeks ago. So I got out the Regal's DSP 6x6, and I cut out 4 of these little banners, and this color, I believe, curry, and I'll put all the information in the description below. So I'm going to flip over my Versamat for stamping, and I'm going to stamp out 2024. So I have all my number stamps, and I thought I might use that banner stamp, but it doesn't fit where I want to put my numbers. So we'll go ahead and stamp out our numbers in Harbour ink. And I chose that darker color just because it pops a bit more against that yellow. Okay, we'll get cleaned up with our chamois, and that's where the numbers are going to rest, right underneath my banner. So it says Summer Hikes 2024. Okay, so now I have these dies from the Frosted Forest collection, and then I've also got a tag from Greetings of the Season. So this tag here, it has like a circle in the center of it, and I'm going to do my journaling on it. So it kind of reflects the circles that are on the left panel and then the big one on the right. And so I just took a straight edge and drew some lines, and then I did some journaling in this olive journal pen. And then I cut some more tags from some leftover glacier paper so that I can label Mindy's picture, and also my friend Lisa came with us on one of the hikes. The rest were just Mindy and me. And then I have cut a whole bunch of these trees from Frosted Forest in both New England Ivy and also that patterned paper from Season of Green and Gold. And then I used some of this other paper that's kind of the journey color from Thoughtful Journey to create some trees. Okay, now we can start placing things down. I've glued everything down, and now I'm just going to try to figure out the placement of all of my embellishments. So my friend Mindy and I have been hiking pretty much every 2 weeks or so throughout the season. We went on, even when it was snowy out, we went on a couple of hikes, and yeah, it's a good workout, and we've been choosing hikes that are around the Front Range. I mentioned Red Rocks. There's some hiking trails around where the amphitheater is, where the concerts are done, and went to a place called Spruce Mountain, which is south of where I live, and Roxborough, which is another park that has some really pretty red rock formations, and yeah, good hikes all around the Front Range. They're within an hour and a half drive from home for both Mindy and I, and we meet up at the trailhead and we have a good day of hiking. So yeah, it's fun, and I hope we continue it for a long time. So I try to snap a picture or two when I'm on the hikes, and this is the result. So I can combine them all on one layout. Okay, so these trees, I think they're going to live over on the right page, and we'll get everything glued down. I think I like this. And I have popped the large picture on the right panel along with that other one, the selfie of me at Roxborough with foam tape. We'll go ahead and layer in that banner. And now it's just all about gluing. So we'll get that down, and we'll start out, we'll glue one of the banners down, but it's kind of boring to watch me glue stuff, so we'll skip ahead in a second. So we'll get that down. So I use a combination of wet glue and also my tape runner. Get this together. Okay, so these are the Journey dots. They're acrylic dots. They actually come in dots, stars, and hearts, but I'm going to use the dots, and there's 3 different sizes, and I'm going to scatter a whole bunch of those around. Okay, so I will have close-up shots on my Facebook page, and you can see and get closer looks at everything that's on this page. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. I'd sure appreciate it. And then you'll be able to see all of my videos. And I'll create a link and a playlist within this video so that you can see the rest of the Inspiration Design Team, Inspiration Collaboration Design Team mystery envelope videos. And like I said, this month it's really going to be a mystery. So I'm interested to see what everyone does with Melanie's rules. And thanks for watching.